Prime factor decomposition. Sounds tricky, but it's quite straightforward really. Now, all numbers can be written as a multiple or product of its prime factors. Now, I just want to touch on the word product. Did sum in the last video. The product of, say, two numbers 3 and 4 is what you get when you multiply them together. So the product of 3 and 4 is 3 times 4, which is 12. And the sum of 3 and 4 is what you get when you add them, which is obviously 7. So all numbers can be written as multiple or product of prime factors means that any number, no matter how big, you can break it down so it's really just a load of prime numbers times together. And the best way to demonstrate this is with an example. So write the number 12 as a product of its prime factors. Now what you do is you start with your number 12 and think, what can you divide 12 by? You can go for big numbers in it, or you can think simple. I'm going to think simple. You can divide 12 by 2. So you split it off with 2, and you have to think, what do you have to times by 2 to get 12? Well, 2 times 6 is 12. So what you've really done is you split 12 into 2 and 6, 2 times 6. And what you do here is, if you can see a prime number, you circle it. Now remember from the last video, prime numbers can only be divided by 1 and themselves, and 2 is such a number. So we ring that, and we don't do anything with the 2 from now on. But 6 isn't. We can split that up again. What number can we divide 6 by? I'm going to think simple again. I can divide that by 2. What do I need to times 2 by to get 6? Well, it's 3. So again, we need to ring any primes we can see. Well, they're both primes. 2 can only be divided by 1 and 2. 3 can only be divided by 1 and 3. Once we've done that, we can't break it up anymore. They're all ringed. So that means that 12 is equal to those 3 numbers multiplied together. So 2 times 2 times 3. We've written 12 as a product of its prime factors. Okay. We can simplify this. 2 times 2 we saw in the last category was 2 squared. So we could write this as 2 squared times 3. Okay. Do another example. Write the number 20 as a product of its prime factors. So again, start by writing the number 20. What can we divide 20 by? Again, I'm going to think simple. We can divide it by 2. How many 2's do you get in 20? Well, you get 10. Can I see a prime number? Yes, I can. 2 is a prime number, so I circle that. And I can't do anything more with the 2. 10, though, I can split up. 10, I'm going to think simple again. 2 goes into 10, and it goes in 5 times. Both prime numbers, so we circle them. 2 can only divide by 1 itself, and 5 can only divide by 1 itself. So we get 20 is equal to 2 times 2 times 5. And again, 2 times 2 is 2 squared, so that's 2 squared times 5. Okay. There isn't just one way of splitting it up. I didn't have to start with the 2. I could have first divided 20 by 5 and had 5 and the 4 in the next row. But no matter which way you do it, you'll always end up with the same 3 numbers ringed at the end. So I think simple is easiest and usually quickest.